Hello guys, it is Jess. Welcome back to my channel. So this is the second time I had to record this lovely build here because the first time really ever since getting my YouTube channel, I was like halfway through a build and my computer crashed. Actually, technically it didn't crash. What happened was I was running a little like electric heater in my room because it was cold, and somehow the electric heater managed to like short circuit the power point, and my whole computer turned off. So I was really upset. I was this mix of like fury, devastation. It was not fun. So this is the second time doing it. It's actually really sucky when you lose all your work like that because, you know, I don't know, like it takes away your motivation quite a lot. So I'm just going to tell myself that the second time round I did way better building, but I honestly don't know if that's true. But either way, I hope that you guys enjoy this build. It's something a little bit different. I was watching a video of Ziminstead where she was doing, I think it was a summer inspired apartment. And I was like, oh, that'd be really cool to do like summer and winter and spring and autumn inspired apartments. So I was going to do that. That was the plan. And then I started doing it. I started off with the summer apartment. And what I realized is that the apartments in The Sims 4, they're pretty hard to build, like to be unique, because you really can't change a whole lot. And I was really just looking for like studio apartments. I just wanted to do like one bedroom, seasons inspired apartments. And every apartment that I tried, it just wasn't working for me. I wanted to have, you know, like really big bright windows, but all of the apartments that had the windows that I wanted, the wall height was too high. And then all the apartments with the right wall height, there were too many bedrooms. And just like a lot of things like that. And it was really frustrating because I understand why they didn't do like customizable apartments in The Sims 4 San Myshuno. I totally understand because it would have totally ruined what San Myshuno looked like. And I mean, San Myshuno is an awesome looking place. I still just wish that they gave you the option to still make your own like apartments, townhouses, terraces, roommates, whatever. Because we could make those in the other worlds and still keep San Myshuno as it is, or add a few of our own apartments into San Myshuno and then have the pre-existing ones pre-existing. So anyway, enough of that. I couldn't figure out how I wanted to do the apartments, so I ended up doing these row houses instead. So I thought, you know what, I can customize them as much as I want. Yeah, so I did cut a lot out because otherwise the video would have been too long and it's a little bit repetitive. So right now I'm showing the spring house, and this is the garden for the spring home. And I think this is the only garden that I show, the front garden anyway. So the spring and the summer gardens are super duper similar. And then the winter and the autumn gardens, they're fairly similar as well, but kind of bland looking, so I don't think I included them. I also didn't include like all the bathrooms. It was kind of, you don't want to see like, I don't know, I figure bathrooms are like one of those rooms in the house that you can really just edit out, and when I'm in a bit of like a time crunch, that's the thing that I cut out of a video first. So yeah, so with the spring theme, I was going for like pastel colors, blues and pinks, and just like really soft colors and everything. I'm thinking of like spring. And when I think of spring, I think, you know, like cherry blossoms and really pretty flowers, really yummy fruit, just like warm colors, pastels. So that's what I was trying to capture in this house. And this is probably my favorite apartment out of all of them, I think. But that's also probably because these are my favorite types of colors as well. So I tried to put like lots of plants in and everything, and I also did that thing in the kitchen there where I put the island counters on the other side. So I end up putting 2 seats there as well. So it's just like extra dining space and everything. Yeah, but I really like the way that the kitchen turned out. I think that putting the little like kind of island counters within the kitchen like that against the wall is something I'm going to try to incorporate into other builds, because yeah, I don't know, I think it turned out pretty cute. So yeah, with this kitchen, it was very, very small, and I kind of like, I had to try and get that balance between having it cluttered and having it functional. So there's not a whole lot of clutter on the fridge side, but there's a lot more on like the stove side. And then I incorporated that pink rug in there, and I just really like the color scheme. And then now doing the like kind of living area. I can't remember, but I don't think there's a dining table in this build because I had that island counter thing in the kitchen. I end up just moving the wall heights down again. I really don't like building with the super small wall heights, so I end up just like moving them down, and I just change up the layout a little bit of where those stairs are, because I feel like yeah, there was like a little bit too much blank space in the living room, so I just moved those stairs over a little bit, and I feel like it just kind of balanced out the living area a little bit better, so it just worked a little bit better there. There is a downstairs bathroom that I forgot to put a door in for, and I just way too often I forget to put doors into bathrooms. I either totally forget to build a bathroom, or I build a bathroom and don't put a door going into it. So I go back later on and I actually change that around a little bit more just so that I can have a door, because, you know, if you're going to have a bathroom, you kind of need a door to get in there. Yeah, so I'm just like kind of doing the rest of the living room area here. I really wanted to put those pink flowers in. That was like my favorite part of the whole build. I was like dead set on those pink flowers, and I knew that this build, it had to feature a fruit bowl, because I don't know about you guys, but where we are in Australia, we get wicked fruit during spring. My favorite is like the strawberries and the mangoes and the nectarines and the peaches, and oh, I love fruit. So I really wanted to have that fruit bowl, which is a very random thing, but that is one thing I definitely think of when I think of spring. I think that this was probably one of the easier homes for me to sort of furnish personally, because I think that it kind of had like the colors that I like, the themes that I like, and I don't know, spring for me is like an easy thing to imagine, and like I always think of the same sort of things when I think of spring. So yeah, that kind of made it really easy. I was trying to like clutter up that wall there, because with these like row homes, a lot of them have like a really long bare wall, and I hate long bare walls. So I tried to put that like rack, the coat rack thing there, just to like clear it up a little bit. Sorry, I mean to like clutter it up a little bit. So I hope that that looks okay. Yeah, I don't know, like you could probably, I don't know, put like a bookshelf there or something. Also, I imagine that this person would be like a painter, so I wanted to like use these like little diagonal cutout bits in a unique way for every home. So for this particular one, I'm thinking like a painter. She's looking out her window, painting all the pretty flowers that she sees. So that's how I did that one. And now, quick cut up to the bedroom. As I said, I did cut a lot of, like, the fluff, I suppose you could say, out of this build, or I tried to, just because it's 30 minutes long as it is. I didn't really think that people wanted to see, like, a ton of bathrooms and just kind of, like, the fluff that, you know, usually you have in builds and stuff. This bedroom is really cute. I really love the colours, and it's one of those ones where I think that I'm going to definitely incorporate this into other builds, because the colours just, I think they worked. So they're like a pink and a blue, and I did this cool little, I like to call them furnishing combinations, where I have like a few pieces of furniture that just go well together. So the little pink chair, yeah, like that combination you see right now, I love it. So like the rug and the wall thing, and that's going to be featured in some builds, guys. I found my little like furniture thing, and just look out for it, guys. It's going to be there. So yeah, here I am doing one of my, you know, classic DIY makeup tables. I love these so much more than like the ones that actually came in the, what was it, the fancy pack. I'm so bad with names. You know, the fancy pack, Vintage Glamour, that's it. Yeah, I really like the one that came in the vintage. I don't like the one that came in Vintage Glamour. I prefer making my own. I wish that there was like some kind of like a makeup chair or makeup accessory or something, and when you place that on any table, it turns it into like a makeup station. Like that'd be really cool if it was like, instead of having an actual like a makeup table, it's just like a clutter piece, and you can click on it and like use it for proper makeup. I don't know, I just reckon that'd be really, really cool. And I really like this little shelf thing that I did here as well. This bedroom, as I said, guys, you're gonna see it a little bit on the channel, I'm just telling ya. Yeah, so that's like that first bedroom done. This house only has a one bedroom. That makes sense. It's only one bedroom. So I kind of use this space here as a little sort of sitting and reading area, and I like put the books and stuff. What is it called? Like using the 9 and the 0 and you like raise the items up. And I put like some pillows and some clutter and some books and stuff on the little ottoman and on the chair. And I just feel like it looked really cute. It made it look a little bit more lived in. So I imagine that the sim that lives in this house is very arty and loves to read. So they go downstairs and do their painting and then come upstairs and do their reading. I don't know. Or maybe there's like 2 sims in this house and one's a reader, one's a painter. I'm pretty sure I also do the bathroom in this build as well. I think I only do a couple bathrooms because, as I said, a little repetitive. Like, I'm being repetitive right now. So I cut out all of the repetitive stuff from the speed build, but I kept all the repetitive stuff in my voiceover. Lucky you guys. I'm so good at this. And this is where I forget about the door. Honestly, guys, it's a problem. I do it way too often. I use that like tree stamp thing on the wall there. I've been using that a lot lately. It's a really good way to fill in like some excess space on walls, I find. So I use that a lot. This bedroom here, I keep calling bathrooms, bedrooms, bathrooms. I'm a hot mess tonight. Jeez, okay. I should just stop, but I'm halfway through. I've committed now, so let's just keep going. Yeah, so that's the spring bathroom, one of the only bathrooms that I show, and then quickly we are now into the summer home. So sorry for the quick cuts, but I just wanted this to flow pretty well. So for this one, this is the summer one. I had a lot of trouble deciding on a theme for this one because I was thinking like summer, what do you think of when you think of summer? And I usually just think of like yellow, like sun and yellow. And before I did these row homes, I actually did a yellow apartment, and it was going to be like a summer inspired apartment, and I ended up not liking it. I didn't like the yellow. It was just kind of, I don't know if it was the apartment that I built it in, but I just wasn't feeling the yellow. So when I came over and decided to do the row homes, I was like, yeah, you know what, can the yellow, what else can I do? And I decided to go for a beach theme, because I suppose when you think of summer as well, maybe you think of the beach. I'm not a big beach person. I don't really get the whole swimming thing, to be honest. I don't like swimming in like a pool. I don't really get what you do. Like, you just hop in there and then what? Like, I'd rather, like, there's nothing in the pool. You can't just, like, lay on your back and watch TV. You just hop in there and you're just in the water. And then what do you do? Can someone explain this to me? I don't get swimming. But that's totally beside the point. I was kind of thinking, like, I suppose in some ways, when you think of summer, you think of, like, the pool and the beach. So I felt like a beachy beach house theme would fit, and I really liked how it turned out. It's inspired me to do an actual beach house build, probably in Brindleton Bay, because it's like Hamptons inspired, and do like a blue beach house. So you might see something similar to this as well. Yeah, I like the colors though, like creams and blues, and I think that the Parenthood and the Cats and Dogs pack came in super duper handy for this one. And this one, as you saw before, has a dining table in it and quite a large living area. So I quite liked the way this house turned out. This one also has 2 bedrooms, so I imagined a child in this particular home. I don't know, I like the layout of this apartment the best, I think. It just kind of flows better, and there wasn't like a whole heap of empty walls. But this is also one of the side apartments, so it has more windows and stuff in it as well. So this particular corner area here, I just put a couple of seats in there, and I changed that plant up for a lamp. And what I was thinking with that corner bit is that this is maybe where, you know, in a nice summer day, you'd sit there and you'd read a book, or you'd sit there and relax, sit there and watch some TV, and just have like the sun shining in through the windows on your back. So that's kind of the purpose of that little like corner bit for this particular build, and I really like that railing on the stairs. I think it adds to the beach theme really, really well. And I also put the little lantern there, which I'm like, yeah, that's beachy, I think. I don't know, I'm kind of making up like my own little beach thing here, because I've never actually been in a blue beach house, to be fair. I think I've stayed at a house down the coast like a couple times, but yeah, I don't know, I'm not really a beach person. We don't go down to the coast often at all, and if we do, it's usually like a day trip or just like a couple of nights. Fun fact about me, I get really, 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 really motion sick, and if I'm in the beach too long, I start to feel nauseous from the waves. So when I say I don't like swimming in a pool because I think it's pointless. I don't mind swimming in the beach because there's stuff to do in there, like you surf, you boogie board. I think you guys would call it bodyboarding. In Australia, we call it boogie boarding, which sounds a little bit ridiculous. But anyway, we call it boogie boarding. So there's like stuff like that to do in the beach, but then after a while I feel nauseous, and then I end up just like hopping out, and then you've got the sand to deal with, and the sand gets everywhere, and then you get sunburnt, and as you can tell, I'm just not a beach person. So I was really winging it with this beach house. And I've just spoke through that bathroom, but it's a bathroom, whatever. I didn't even remember putting that one in there. I thought I cut a lot of the bathrooms out, but apparently not. So this is like the main bedroom. And I really wanted to use that little blue cabinet. For me, that is just, I don't know, very coastal. Because in the few beach homes I have stayed in, I have seen those cabinets. So that was like the one kind of like coastal thing that I could relate to. So that made a debut in there. It did take me a little while to figure out like what to put on that cabinet. So a lot of this stuff ends up changing as I just like alter it a little bit, because this is a really awkward shaped room to furnish. That was one problem with this build, that because it was like the row homes, it was just hard to furnish. Because I wanted to have a different floor plan for every build, just to make everyone slightly different. And then it just made it really, really hard because everything had to be unique, but there wasn't a lot of space to work with. So I think I did a pretty good job. Like when you think about it, it's like 4 different floor plans from the same one like layout kind of thing. So just doing the final touches in this bedroom, and I don't think I did it really on camera, but I gave all the walls that like panelled wood. I don't really know exactly what you'd call it, but just like the wood paneling. And that mirror from the Jungle Adventures pack is my OG mirror. I love it. Love it. That is like a staple for me now. It's the best. This is a kid's room, and it's this kid I think is artistic. I kind of put the little painting table, drawing table in there for the kid, and I think this kid could be a boy or a girl. Like I think that this room is pretty neutral. I would have this room as a kid. Blue is one of my favorite colors, so I think that it could totally be a girl's room or a boy's room. I don't really think I had a gender in mind either. I built a blue bedroom. So that's kind of what I came up with. And once again, I used that little like corner jutty outy diagonal thing at the front of the house. I used that bit for just like another little like artistic area, but this time for the kid. Because that was kind of like a common feature in all of the builds, so I wanted to use it differently for each one. And then I put a TV in this room. I love putting TVs in my rooms. It makes me just like feel like a good sim parent, because I'm like, kid, you got a TV in your room. Even though technically a lot of people don't agree with TVs in bedrooms and would consider that a bad parenting move, but I think I'm a good sim parent. I give little kiddies what they want. I'm weird. Anyway, putting those curtains in. It's really hard to put curtains on those awkward shaped windows because there's just not a lot of curtains for the single windows, but what are you gonna do? So this is the winter themed apartment, townhouse, row house, whatever. This one is probably, I actually did them in order of how hard I found them to do. So spring was the easiest. Then once I decided what I wanted to do for summer, that was like the second easiest. And then I came to winter. So I knew it had to be dark colors because that's what I think of when I think of winter. Like dark colors, a cozy home, Yeah, I don't know. It's just what I think of when I think of winter. I was kind of debating between doing like a cool color theme or like the dark theme that I did, and I ended up going with the dark theme because I thought there's a big difference between cool colors and like cool weather, if that makes sense. So I wanted to just go for something that seemed like really cozy. So I did the little dining area in that what are we gonna call that jut out thing? I don't know. Just in the hexagon bit, we'll call it that. So in the hexagon bit, I did a dining table because I thought, maybe, when a little bit of sun does shine on your cold winter day, you can sit there and eat your din-dins. Yeah, and I put those, like, the coat rack and everything in there because I was like, you're going to be cold coming inside from winter and all of that jazz. There's not really a lot of, like, winter-related clutter and stuff. So I am looking forward to the Seasons Pack just to see what unique seasonable items they bring into the game. I think that that'd be really cool. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I put this little, like, seat there and everything because I just wanted it to be cozy. And I did this thing in the kitchen. I'll have to wait for it. But it's a small kitchen that's a really awkward shape. But I think I used the space pretty well. And I also put pet stuff in this particular apartment because I kind of thought, I don't know what it is, but I sort of associate, like, warmth and stuff with pets. Like, I just imagine that there's, like, a cat and a dog and they all cuddle up together on the lounge and all that kind of stuff. The one thing that I think this apartment is missing, and I just didn't really get around to putting in it, was a fireplace. I didn't want to put a fireplace in it because I was like, where's the chimney going to be? But at the same time, I should have just shoved one in. I think that would be very wintry. But I did put that little, like, cocoa thing on the counter before. And then I did this kind of, oh, well, hang on, wait a second. Come on, Jess, get to the part that I want to talk about. In the left corner, I think we're doing it now. I did this kind of like, I wanted it to be sort of nearly like a storeroom area where there's kind of like some dried fruits and just like some things that maybe you need in winter. There's not a lot of produce and I don't know, does that make sense? Just kind of like some little, I don't know, just like some long lasting stuff. And yeah, like the little produce corner there. And then I knew I needed to put something on that side wall. So I just did a couple more cabinets and I just put some dog treats and stuff on it. And I think the kitchen turned out really well. Like for the shape that it was, I thought that it was really cute. So I quite liked that. The kitchen doesn't really have a colour theme, as you can see. Just kind of like browns and maybe like a little bit more older style, I suppose. But we're coming up to the bedroom now, and this theme was kind of like creamy yellow and blue. So I did kind of bring in the cool colours into this particular room. I think that, like, what's a winter bedroom? It was kind of, this is why this one was like a little bit hard. So yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of like, what's a winter bedroom? So I just kind of went with like darks and blues and figured like, oh yeah, that's a winter bedroom. And I lied before. I said that this was the third hardest. This was the hardest one. The autumn one was the third hardest. So it went spring, summer, autumn, and then winter. Winter was the hardest. This one was really hard because I don't know, like aside from maybe like a Christmas tree and a fireplace and like some hot chocolate stuff, what is a winter build? Let me know, like, if you had any better ideas. And also, like, if you do a seasons-inspired build, definitely tag me in it. I'd love to see it. I think that it's really cool what you guys can do with, like, yeah, just, like, with your little decorations and everything. But anyway, we're on to the next bedroom. And this is a kid's room. I wanted to go just kind of, like, red, green, pinky sort of themed. So I put that pink chair there. And I was hoping that it would kind of pick up on the colours in the quilt. And looking at it now, I don't know if it actually picked the colours up too well. So you might want to just change the colour of that chair just so it matches like a tiny little bit better. But yeah, I cluttered this room up a little bit because I wanted to make it kind of look like, it's winter and maybe, go out as much as what you used to because it's a little bit chilly outside. And yeah, so you just kind of like sit inside, you sit at the little window there and play. And you just have like a lot of stuff in your bedroom where it's like nice and warm. This is another bedroom where I think it could be either a girl's room or a boy's room. Boys can have pink in their rooms, so you don't have to even change the colour of that chair. But if you wanted to, you probably could as well. Yeah, totally up to you. But I can't remember what I actually put for the clutter items on that dresser. Oh, that's right, I put another TV there. I've been doing that a lot lately because I'm kind of running out of ideas on how to clutter up the TV, sorry, the, what are they called? The dressers. So I've just been putting like a TV on the dresser, and it takes up like a really good amount of space. Like a TV, some books, and then maybe like a radio, and it fills in the space really, really well. So I thought I cut most of these bathrooms out, but as it turns out, I've put a bathroom in for like every single build. Sorry about that. But yeah, every bathroom's different at least. I think maybe I cut out the landscaping from pretty much all the builds because we haven't seen any landscaping yet. Because the landscaping was all very similar. I thought I cut the bathrooms out, but apparently it was the landscaping. So don't even listen to me. But now we are into the autumn home. So this one was relatively easy because, you know, the colour scheme was good, but I'd already done an autumn build, so I felt like I'd used up all my good autumn ideas already. And for some reason, I don't know what was going on with the lighting in this build, or maybe I just picked the wrong colours, but none of the browns seemed to quite match properly. And I've done other builds before, and I swear that the browns all matched better. I don't know what it was. They're all just like slightly different, like a different kind of shade. So I kept it anyway because I was thinking that it was potentially like the lighting or something. And if you don't like it, I think that if you just change the wallpaper, it should improve the color scheme a little bit more. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that. It happens in my games sometimes, though. It just seems like the lighting is a little bit off in some games, like sometimes rather than other times. But anyway, I just divided off that kitchen a little bit more because I felt there's a bit of extra space, and I put those drapey kind of curtains up as well. I don't think I've ever used them before, and I just thought that the kind of like the dark greeny colors matched pretty well with the autumn theme that I had going, like the brown and the green. So I just rolled with it. Doing the living dining area now, and then I did struggle a little bit with like the initial placement of this one and everything. I didn't know where to put like the lounge. I didn't know what lounge I wanted to use because there's really only one, in my opinion, like autumny kind of lounge, and it's that one right there that I used. So I was trying to fit that somewhere, and it looks like a really uncomfortable lounge. I always feel weird using it because it's like kind of that wooden material, and I think, God, that would be so uncomfortable if you actually had to sit on that lounge. But I ended up swapping, yeah, the lounge and the dining over, and that dining table should be functional, but thinking about it now, I don't remember if I checked. I am sorry about that. Oopsies. But yeah, so I put the lounge here, and then I just put those two things behind it because there was an awkward amount of space, and I thought that it looked okay, so I just kind of left it like that. But you could probably delete the stuff behind that lounge if you wanted a little bit of extra space behind there, and you could even move the lounge backwards a little bit. But in general, I quite like the way this turned out, and as I said, I've already done like an autumn build, so I just wanted it to be different to that previous one, so I didn't go with all the same furniture as that particular build. And I put that little like wreath or wreath, I think it's a wreath. I put that there because, I don't know, it just reminded me of autumn, so I put it there. Yeah, so going upstairs now, and for the life of me, I can't remember these bedrooms. And it's weird, like, oh no, I remember this bedroom. I used this bed because it had those kind of like starry things on there, and they reminded me of leaves for some reason. And I went kind of like the yellow and sort of like pinky red theme, and I really liked this bedroom. And I did another little like play area thing on that that hexagonal bit. And this is another kid's room, obviously, and this one turned out pretty cute. I think it was once again like a really weird shaped bedroom, but I think I made it work, guys. I think it turned out okay. And going in with my Jungle Adventures pack little like staple door, and yeah, I put in like the little seat and that stuff there, and I like that little hexagonal bit. I like the clutter on it. I think it's cute. And then I did what did I do here? I can't remember. This is really bad. This is like the most recent one that I built as well, and it's the one that I remember the least about. I don't know how that happens. Like sometimes I will build and it should be fresh in my mind, and I've just like totally blanked on it. But I don't even know if I put a rug in here because none of them seem to fit the space right. Like it was kind of, do I put the rug near the hexagonal bit, or do I put the rug like in the whole room? And I just couldn't, get it to work. So I had to put like those 2 rugs in there that I did. And then this is the last, I think this is the last room of the house, to be honest. And then we do the landscaping for this autumn home. But anyway, this bedroom, I feel like the bedrooms came together pretty well because you just get one of those Pets Pack beds and you just like match the rest of the house to it. And going in again with that mirror from Jungle Adventures. I'm not sorry for using that all the time. I freaking love it, and I'm going to continue to use it long after I've used it to death. I'm just going to use it and use it and use it, and then everyone's going to be like, stop using it. I'm just going to keep on using it because I love it. So this is also the, oh no, actually we finished the spring hallway. Don't worry, ignore me. I'm doing the hallway, and then we're going to jump into the landscaping. So the reason I only showed one back garden, is that literally I did all the gardens the same. I just did like landscaping all around the outskirts, and then some concrete terrain in the middle, and a table and chairs. Like you can kind of see a little glimpse of the spring garden over to the side, and it looks exactly the same. The only thing different about the autumn one is that I put in that tree because it came in like autumn shades. So I just did all the outskirts with the plants and stuff, and I tried to use mostly like orange and reds for the plant colors and a little bit of yellow, and then yeah, just put those in, and we're into screenshots now. So I've divided them all into like seasons so you can see them, but I'm going to leave you to enjoy the rest of them. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope to catch you all in another video. Bye everybody.